Alright, we've got 3 Crowley's Ridge agates. We're going to be cutting open to see what's inside of them. Which one should we do first, Josiah?
This one looks like it'll have a lot of quartz. Let's do this one.
Let's do this one first. Okay, yeah, this one looks like it's got a lot of quartz. You got the water. And let's get this one wet and take a better look at it. It's got a nice husk on this side, some banding. And right here, you can see where the nodule's broken open, and we got a whole bunch of quartz in the middle of it. So I think what we're going to do is try to cut across here, get as much of a full pattern as we can. We're not going to get a complete full pattern, but and hopefully get some nice banding in there as well. So let's go ahead and cut it and see what we get. Alright, so that was a pretty fast cut. So it looks like it's probably going to be mostly quartz inside. So let's see what we got. Ooh, that's pretty. Some pretty quartz. But that's a lot of quartz. It's actually real nice, the banding around the outside. It's almost like a little bit of mossy stuff around the very outside of it. Some nice quartz structure in there. That'll look real nice polished up. Look very nice polished up. So we will polish this one up definitely. So that's a good one. Alright, up next we're going to cut. You want to do this one?
Yeah.
We're going to do this one. This one's got a lot of holes in it. A lot of holes with druzy quartz inside of them. And there's a whole lot of banding in between them, so I think this one's going to be pretty nice. Let's go ahead and cut it, see what it looks like inside. Alright, so we went ahead and cut it, and Josiah thinks it's mostly gunk, so let's see what we got. Yep. That's a shame. It's got some nice banding throughout it, but all that gunk in there, it's going to be almost impossible to polish this one up.
There's a little red dot right here.
Yeah, a little red spot in there. That's weird. But yeah, this gunky stuff is so soft, sandy. It'd be really hard to polish this one.
It must look like sand.
So, yeah.
Compressed sand.
It's pretty though. Alright, we got one more here. And this one's got some nice banding showing, a really nice bit of banding here. So yeah, really nice banding here at the end. So I think this one's going to be pretty awesome. Not sure I'm going to cut this one. I gotta look it over here, figure that out. So I'll go ahead and cut it, and we'll see you guys. Alright, so I need to apologize to you guys. I've forgotten twice to start the video when I cut it. So let's go ahead and see what we got.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a pretty one. Wow. Ooh. Ooh, wow, that is really pretty.
I love these agates.
Yeah. Got a little fracture here on this end. But yeah, that has got so many bands in it. It's so pretty. Might have a little bit of parallax in there. It's hard to say. It'll be easier to tell once we get polished up.
It does look like it does.
Yeah, that's really nice. Really nice agate right there. Nice quartz center to it. There's the other half of it. But yeah, that turned out real nice. So yeah, that was a good one there. So yeah. Alright. So we got 3 so far.
I could go pick up.
And you know what? I think I'm going to cut some more. 3 just isn't enough. We gotta cut some more. How's that sound, Josiah?
Yep.
Let's go get some more. Alright, so I went ahead and picked out 4 more. These are smaller ones. You can kind of see from the size of the first ones I cut. These are a lot smaller. But hopefully they'll have some nice banding inside. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all 4 of these. And we will see what we get. This one's got a nice druzy pocket in there. This one's got some nice banding all around it. Big huge window here. This one here, it's kind of hard to say. A lot of quartz in that one. And then this one is another huge window. Probably just cut right through the center of that window because it's so huge. We'll go ahead and cut them. Hopefully we'll get some nice banding. Alright, so I went ahead and cut them. One of them kind of fell apart on me. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Well, this one's already wide open. So that one's really pretty. I mean, not full pattern banding, but still some really nice coloring to that banding. Let's look at the other half of that one. That one's really pretty. Unfortunately, the one with the druzy pocket completely fell apart on us. So that was a real shame. Where's the rest of that one? Here we go. But yeah, this was probably the most complete piece here. It's real pretty. That druzy quartz in there is really nice. Alright, so this next one here is a fairly hard cut, and it's pretty gunky, but surprisingly it's a lot more gunky than I thought it'd be. We got some nice pattern there. Some nice banding up on top of that one. There's the other half of that one. Alright, this is our final one. Ooh, that one's real pretty. Yeah, so this one I just kind of tried to cut parallel to this giant window. Obviously, you know, I wasn't able to get complete full banding with it, but it turned out really nice. That's really pretty. So beautiful. These are so beautiful. I love these Crowley's Ridge Agates. Sometimes they can be really gunky and they fall apart on you, but then other times you get really nice patterning. Like with this one. And then this one here. So I'll be polishing some of these up and we will see what we get once they get polished up. I will put some pictures up at the end of the video, so I hope you guys liked the video, and we will see you guys on the next one.